This is Smithy.tv.
Reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto with actor-filmmaker Tufford Kennedy. What inspired you to get into the business?
What inspired me to get into the business? Well, I always did acting in high school and I loved it. But then you realize, oh, that's not practical. It's a terrible field to get into. You know, I better go get, a responsible degree. So I went to university and I ended up getting a degree in philosophy, which is not really a practical degree, is it? So I came out saying, well, what do I do with the degree in philosophy? I can think on a beach or pretend to know things, and that's kind of how I suddenly went back to my first love, acting, and fell back into it, and I just jumped in both feet at a time and started auditioning and getting cast, and that was it, and the bug had taken over.
Right. What was it like to have your recurring role on Degrassi?
Well, work is great as an actor. Recurring work is outstanding. There's no job like it. Degrassi is a monster, especially in the States. It is huge, and so it's great to have a big fan following now. It's great to be part of something that's essentially Canadian, and it's fantastic. It's great.
How did you go about developing your character for the show?
Well, I had my audition, and they sent me the sides, and I just sort of thought, this is a neat character. Let's do something fun with him. And so I went in there with a husky voice, and I was a rock and roller, so I played slightly dumbed down.
Yeah.
And they loved it. But then, interestingly, they took that character and brought in a lot of deeper layers, and so the writing is fantastic. The writers are great for that show, so they actually naturally meld your character into the show. So it's a real coming together of what you bring and what the writers bring.
Awesome. And tell me a little bit about the birth of Tough Cat Productions.
The birth of Tough Cat Productions. Well, as an actor, you often have very little control over your career. And I'm a very creative person, and the early years of my acting career, I had a comedy partner, and we would write and produce and hire some of Canada's best comedians, and we'd put on our own shows, and we would direct our own shorts and quite a bit like what you've done as well. It's just so fulfilling to take control of your career and actually do something rather than sitting by the phone and waiting for it to ring. So.
And you have quite a few projects in development, and you have a campaign on Indiegogo right now.
Yes.
What are some of the incentives that we can see on your campaign?
Well, we wanted to try and maximize the amount of money that will actually go into production, because I've noticed a lot of Indiegogo campaigns and Kickstarter campaigns, they spend a lot of their money filling their perks, which sort of defeats the purpose in indie film. So we do things like for the $10, we tweet and Facebook a thank you, so the whole world will know. And one of the stars of our film is Luke Billick, who is one of the stars on Degrassi. So between the two of us, we have sort of 140,000 followers on Twitter. And then we have our Facebook followings as well. So you actually get thanked to a very big pool. So that's the very lowest, and then at the higher levels, at a $100 level, you get invited to the cast and crew screening, and so you'll be the very first person in the world to see this film, and you get to rub elbows with the stars and everything, and the filmmakers, and it's a lot of fun. And then of course you get higher levels where you become associate producers, and that's an actual IMDb credit. So.
Great. And tell me a little bit about the story. What is at the heart of it?
Well, it's a story called The Cycle of Broken Grace, and we open on a man who's beaten, stabbed, shot, lying in the gutter, and basically the story follows backwards through the last couple hours of his life with a twist at the end.
Okay.
And it really deals with a lot of the themes of violence in society, senseless violence, which is a cycle in and of itself, abuse, which is something that we don't talk about a lot, but it's really important. So but it's done in a dramatic fashion as well.
Absolutely. And are you hoping to develop other projects along the same lines at Tuffcat, or are you open to different types of genres?
Oh, I'm very open to different types of genres. Like this is a dramatic film, but my background is comedy. I have 2 sitcoms right now that are in development. One which is potentially going to move forward with a broadcaster, which is very exciting. And that's straight, almost lowbrow comedy. Another one of the TV shows I'm developing is more of a hybrid between a drama and comedy, along the lines of an Entourage. And then I've written several very different genres of film. So.
Great. And where is the best place to find out more information on you and all of your projects online?
You can either go to tuffordkennedy.com or tuffcat.com, which is the company, or go directly to Indiegogo if you're interested in helping support Canadian independent film, and type in Broken Grace.
Great. And what's your Twitter handle?
At Tuffact, TUFF_ACT.
Oh, I like that. Very, very clever. I'm Katie Ullman reporting for Katie Chats here at Smithy TV in downtown Toronto.